Hey Evil Dead fans, it's Gothman, Al, just hanging out in my basement here. Just want to give you guys a heads up that I spoke with Brett from Brett's Groovy Chainsaws, and I will be showing everybody my bookbinding technique and my page weathering technique as I assemble a new necronomicon for Brett. So, for those of you who are familiar with my necronomicon, it contains all the pages from the Evil Dead 2 and the Tom Sullivan style artwork, which I redid. None of it is super lifted or anything like that, so it's all been redone. Contains a couple pages from Ash vs. Evil Dead, like the Page of the Dark ones and things like that, but for the most part, it is an amalgam of the two worlds, so it's the show and Evil Dead 2. Brett has done the cover. By my recommendation, he has made some alterations to it to better accommodate the version we're going to make here. I will be showing you guys how I touch up and finish the cover. I'll be showing you how I weather the pages. I'll be showing you how I bind the pages and create some thickness out of what's rather thin amount. Some guys will just create filler pages just to add thickness to the book. That's fine if you want to do that. That's not really my cup of tea. I like to create a depth on my own. And so, like I said, this doesn't contain that many pages, but it does have some lift to them. So I'll show you how to do that. And then I'm going to be showing you my particular binding technique. Tom Sullivan had a specific binding technique he used in the original ones, which did create some depth to the book and the pages. I sort of hybridized that with a normal bookbinding potential, so I can show you that. If you're really interested in how to bind a book correctly, you can check out Elder Props. They do pretty good book bindings. I know they do Cthulhu books all the time and Lovecraft Necronomicons and stuff like that. But I know I said I would never build another one, and I never planned on building another one. Certainly not for anybody else, because I don't infringe on Tom's copyright. I built my own for me. But in this particular instance, I am going to build one as a gift, so I'm not being compensated for it. I was appreciative of all the work that went into this chainsaw that I got help from Brett from, so I'm going to gift him the innards of his Necronomicon, and we're sort of collaborating to show how multiple builders can work together to create a finished prop for somebody. So Brett did the cover, so if you want to see what the cover is and what status it is, you can check out the video on his page, Brett's Groovy Chainsaws. I am receiving that cover in the next couple of days, and I will show you how to put the pages into that book, just in case you happen across a really good Evil Dead 2 cover or something, and you're like, man, I really wish I could turn this into a real Necronomicon. What do I do? It's already finished. I'm going to show you how to do that if you're not building it step by step. And then I'm going to send it back off to Brett, and it's going to go live at his house. It will be an upgrade. There are 5 updated pages and 2 new pages being added that I did not put in mine. And so that's going to kind of scratch me a little bit and make me want to upgrade mine at some point, I'm sure. But for now, again, this is a Tom Sullivan style. We're going to stick with that. And then down the line, I will eventually talk a little bit about, maybe show you guys digitally with screen recordings how to paint an ink drawing and do like the Ash vs. Evil Dead style, which has more of that Chinese ink wash style watercolor look to it. So I can show you how to do that too. It's a pain in the ass, but it can be done. And I'm going to get started on that probably next week, so keep an eye out over the weekend. If you guys are interested in building your own Kandarian dagger from the show, check my previous videos. If you're interested in a chainsaw, check out Brett's Groovy Chainsaws. And if you want to know a little bit more about my Necronomicon or what I did, check the videos on my page, XXXGothmanXXX, or my partner page, Al Berardi. That's just where the original walkthroughs for this was. But we'll be going and comparing the two a little bit more as I build. So keep an eye out for those series of videos coming up, and keep building.